Hey guys, this is Live It, Love It, Be It with Ayana Abakah. Welcome guys. It is a brand new week. I'm excited about today's conversation because the Lord convicted me so heavy. Today we are talking about, I'm going to use the exact title that I put in my notes. Stop being lazy with your gifts. Stop being lazy with your gifts. All right, so this podcast, of course, always comes out of my life, different conversations with God, different conversations with friends, family, whoever. So I'm about to be extremely vulnerable. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know that I talked a little bit about this in my stories the other day, and I was like, yeah, I need to make this permanent on record, on video. So I was like, I got to do this as a podcast. Stop being lazy with your gifts. All right, so a little background with me. I am very creative. Very, very, very creative. My daughter, Haven, reminds me every single day of how creative I was, especially as a child. She is homeschooled, so she has a little more free time than the average kid who, let's say, is in public school, because public school has a certain structure. Homeschool, we kind of condense our homeschool studies into certain hours of the day, and then certain hours she has free time. In that free time, Haven, the majority of the time, is drawing. She loves to draw. I get her all the art supplies, all those things. I was the same type of kid. I had stacks on stacks of sketch pads, colored pencils, drawing pencils, crayons, all the things. My parents supplied me with all of it. And just also being creative when it came to my dolls. And I've shared this story before. Like I knew that I was going to be a hairstylist at a young age, or do something with hair at a young age, because I was cutting off all my Barbie's hair. Literally, it was one Barbie in particular. It was a white Barbie doll. And I remember seeing Meg Ryan in You've Got Mail. Yeah, I think it was You've Got Mail. But either way, if it wasn't You've Got Mail, it was just Meg Ryan back in the day. So if you remember Meg Ryan's hair, it was kind of like a shortcut, but she had like the little flips and stuff. I cut my Barbie doll and styled it like Meg Ryan because I thought her hair was so cute. Now, mind you, I am maybe 8, somewhere. Yeah, 8, 9 years old. And listen, it took a minute for me to not play with dolls. And yet, like, I know, well, nowadays, these kids, child, they need to play with some dolls. But for me, dolls and everything, that was my creative outlet. So I had dolls for a while. But anyway, I used to cut my Barbie's hair. I used to draw all the time. I went to a visual and performing arts high school. I extremely creative. I almost went to a, design college, but that wasn't God for me to do. So I ended up going to cosmetology school, got my cosmetology license, loved it. Like, y'all know this is how I started this channel before I renamed it Ayana Abakah. It was a hair raiser. So yeah, extremely creative as a person. This channel, if you're watching, if you're listening to the podcast, LLB, of course. So with that, speaking of my YouTube channel, I started YouTube in 2008, 2009. My husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, our first Christmas together, bought me my first digital camera. he believed in my dream. I talked to him about YouTube. YouTube was still kind of fresh. And I was like, yeah, I think I want to do tips and tricks, short hair tips and tricks and whatnot, and post it online. He bought me that camera. And I want to say it was a good few months, almost a year, before I even turned that camera on to record myself because I was so scared. When I finally did it and posted it, it went pretty viral. Because I was one of the first short hair bloggers, vloggers at that time. A lot of people weren't doing it. A lot of people weren't sharing tips and tricks. I remember when I started doing it, I had people were like, aren't you afraid to share these things because it might mess with your business and all of that? And I was like, no, I believe that, you come to the salon, you get your hair done, but you still need these tips to go home. So that's how YouTube started. Of course, it evolved from there. We started our family channel, vlogging, and then even me evolving as a woman going into my 40s. That's why I changed my channel over to just be everything me, including hair, but everything else as well. So, lazy creative. I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and she was just asking me about my YouTube channel and what I wanted to do with it, what I'm trying to do. And I was like, well, I want to share everything. I want to do different things. And we were talking, and she was like, well, that sounds like 6 videos right there to me. Why aren't you sharing this? Why aren't you sharing that? And I was real honest on the phone. I was like, yeah, because I be lazy. First the excuse was, oh, I'm too busy during the day with the girls. And yes, granted, at the end of the day, I am tired. I am a homeschool mom. I am tired at the end of the day. However, I can still push through on certain days of the week to do the things that I enjoy doing. And stop sleeping on my dope and stop sleeping on the gifts that God gave me. Because outside of just you guys see if you're looking at the video right now, you see the video, you see the lights, you see all those things. But I set up the lights. I set up the camera. I have all of the equipment. I'm literally looking at the equipment. I edit the videos. I post the videos. If I need to take pictures for certain things, I do all those things myself. And it's because I enjoy it. One day the team will grow, but right now it's just me and I enjoy it, but sometimes it can be very tedious. And I can do all those things, but with it feeling tedious, that's when it's like, oh man, I got to sit there and I got to do this, I got to do that. And the process of starting is what makes me, I guess, get lazy. I get lazy in, posting, and I get lazy in just everything. And out of that conversation with my friend, I was very convicted because I'm like, dang, I really be sleeping on my dope. Okay, Lord. Okay, I get it because there's so many things that I could be doing. And I love doing this. I love expressing. I love recording. I love sharing. And it's when I get in the midst, it's I enjoy it. However, I feel like sometimes I get in my head ultimately that I feel like that's what it is ultimately. And then that's when the laziness comes in, because you get in your head, you start second guessing, you start questioning, you start making excuses. And out of those excuses, that's where the laziness comes in. And that's when it's I don't know what else to do. So yeah, I hope I'm speaking to somebody right now. And I know I'm speaking to somebody because I know that there is a lot of people like me who are very talented, extremely talented individuals that are sitting there and they know that there's something that they're supposed to do, but because of overthinking, because of questioning, because of honestly being lazy. And I know we hate hearing that word lazy, because when you think of lazy, you think of, oh, you're just on, on the couch, or you're not doing nothing, or you just, blah and all of that. But sometimes you just got to be honest with yourself. You have to be extremely honest with yourself and be like, you know what? Look in the mirror and be like, you know what? I'm lazy. I'm being lazy. The laziness could be like how I said, being a lazy creative and sleeping on your gifts. The laziness could be being better in certain areas of your life, including your health, your fitness, your relationship with God, you're being disciplined in different areas. We have to be honest with ourselves. And I'm sitting here being completely honest. And from that conversation, I think it was that like a Thursday or Friday, yeah, it was a Friday. And that Friday night, I was supposed to record a hair video like maybe 2 weeks, for 2 weeks now. And that Friday night I got on it. I recorded a video, the hair video. I recorded a reel, a little behind the scenes, funny little video. I edited the hair video, did a voiceover for it, and then ended up posting it and scheduling it for the next day. Then the next day, I premiered it on my YouTube channel. And yeah, I premiered it on my YouTube channel. I was chatting with people in the comments. Then on Sunday, one thing I feel like I mentioned it in the last podcast, but if I didn't, since I've talked to you guys last, I started running. And then I ran a 5K on my treadmill before church. I recorded that process of getting ready to run the 5K. I edited. That's the funny thing. I can edit a video. Like if it's a video, like a reel or a TikTok video, I can edit that maybe in 5 to 10 minutes. A YouTube video, especially if there aren't any breaks or any cuts or anything crazy that I have to do, that's maybe 15 minutes on my computer. So that's why I'm talking about being lazy with my gifts, because I can do so many things, especially in the tech recording space. Like I know the things like the back of my hand, but because of procrastination, laziness, and talking myself out of it, I won't do it. But I can do it. So the fact that I did all these things, once I took the second guessing out, I took the questioning out, I took the making excuses out. In the midst of doing all this stuff, my girls were around. They were playing. They, some parts of the video, they were, when I was in the process of creating, it was at night. Like right now, as I'm recording this podcast, they are sleeping, so it's really a space of just eliminating all of the excuses and just doing it. Just doing what God told you to do. Like, stop sleeping on, my husband says this all the time, stop sleeping on your dope. Like, you are a dope person. You have so many dope qualities on the inside of you, and you're sitting there questioning yourself, second guessing, allowing the enemy to place stupid thoughts in your mind, and you thinking that you're not dope, and you are. And God wants you to shine, and he wants you to share those gifts with other people, because you have no idea who is going to be blessed behind the things that you do. Like me, since I've put up that hair video, oh my God, I love this video. Thank you so much. Da 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 da. This yes hair. Da 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 da. All those things. When I put up the reel of me getting ready to do a 5K, it was like, man, that's so dope. This is so inspiring. You go. I'm so proud of you. All those things. You sitting there and holding back the things that God has put inside of you, man. You just don't know how many people are blessed by it. I am blessed daily and inspired daily by the amazing people that I follow online, that I see just in a random video I might see on TikTok or Instagram, like literally inspired. I decided that I wanted to start running. So I was like looking up running videos and stuff like that. And then of course my algorithm switched up and it keeps showing me like running tips and things. And I'm inspired by these people who are sitting here and doing marathons and all of that. And that's what inspired me to be like, you know what? I can do my first 5K. You know what? Let me try to reduce my time. You know what? Let me increase my speed on the treadmill. You know what? Okay, let me try to schedule to run outside. All those things when it comes to video. I'm watching different tips, tricks, and techniques and all those things. You know what? Let me pick up the camera. You know what? Let me record this. You know what? Let me post it because other people have inspired me. So stop sleeping on your dope. Stop sleeping on the gifts that God has given you. Stop making excuses. I know I've said that so many times in this podcast, and I'm going to keep saying it. Like, we got to stop. Like, it's so many amazing things on the other side of your excuses. So many amazing things. You have no idea the doors and the opportunities that can and will be opened if you would just step out, listen to God, and do what He is calling you to do. So I'm saying that to you, but I'm also saying that to myself. And I am holding myself accountable with this podcast. It is written in stone now because I'm uploading it and I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel and y'all going to hear it. And then y'all going to be like, Ayana, what you doing? So I hope this podcast blessed you guys. I know it even blessed me. Like, I'm listening to myself like, yeah, girl. Yeah, So, man, stop sleeping on your dope. Stop sleeping on your dope. Oh boy, I'm excited. I am so excited. Again, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a review on iTunes. Leave a review on Spotify. Share with your friends. Thank you. Always thank you guys for your support. I will see y'all soon. I'll talk to y'all soon. And y'all have an amazing and great week. Be blessed. Be dope. Don't sleep on your gifts. Y'all got this. Bye.